Press the button, bro. Come on, man.
All right, we're live, everybody. Jesus, so Imani's already harassed. You see this? Abusive co-host. You see this?
Hey, man, we got. It's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm still suing you though, Imani.
All right. Just tell my lawyers.
All right. So we got Toniann on.
Yes, sir. Clap it up. We have to clap. This is about to be. Ow.
Hi.
That was a very anticlimactic introduction, Toniann. But okay.
There's not much to say. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Just hype yourself up. Come on.
Yeah, like what? Like this is first woman on the show. Like that's his
first woman on the show. Oh, wow.
Yes. How's it feel? How's it feel?
Really good. Yeah, I feel so special. I'm Hollywood now.
Yes, you are. Leonardo DiCaprio is knocking on your door as we speak.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's just start out. Did you guys this is the weirdest product that I've seen this company make so far. Did you guys see how a razor made a mask?
Like the there's multiple razors, so I need to understand what you meant.
Razor mask. Just type it in. Razor mask.
Oh shit! That looks cool though. Hold on.
It does. It looks cool.
Hold on. Oh, what?
Imani doesn't know how to use a computer.
Yeah, that's.
I don't.
One of the.
Okay, wait. That doesn't look practical. Let's go on. Oh.
You know what it looks like? It kind of looks like a. I don't know. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look great. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. It reminds me of.
Looks like
reminds me of a speaker.
Batman.
Reminds me of a speaker.
Yeah.
Hold on. If I could find it. Why are my hands shaking? I'm getting old, man. It reminds me of, like these masks, man. Like this is what it reminds me of. But
Amani gets
like a gas mask.
Females.
Kinda. Well, yeah, but it's like more technological advance. This is a future right here. This is cyberpunk stuff right here. Yeah, I don't know.
Cyberpunk 2077.
How much does that cost though? Because like,
I bet it's gonna be like. It's the world's first smart mask. So.
Smart.
What? Oh, yeah, that whole sentence is like that's crazy.
No, that's not.
Oh, it's a concept? All right, thanks.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Who's buying this? Like, who's buying this? I need to know.
I'd buy it if I had, like, money, but...
It's probably, like, $300, though, for a face mask?
Hell yeah. Like this is cool. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me get the... I'm not putting my email, even if... Yeah, the new mask, baby. This is... It's kind of weird, like how we're in the middle of a pandemic, we're making the world's first smart mask. It's just
innovation. Am I right?
Yeah,
innovation that excites. That's oh my god. It's like a dystopia. It's like that's what I'm feeling it right now. It's like this is what we're doing.
Keanu Reeves should have wore that in the Cyberpunk trailer.
That it actually would have been cool if he did that, but Cyberpunk ended up looking like how it looked.
Hey, Adam Smasher was good though. Adam Smasher was good.
Yeah, for the 5 seconds he was in the game.
he has a quite the addiction to saying the C word. I'm not gonna say it because but yeah. Yeah. There you go. Basically. Yeah. But yeah. So Toniann, let's we're gonna get on to the
cool icebreaker.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get on to the real topics here. So I just wanted to ask you, right? What do you think is important in a man, like when you're dating or when you're going out or things like
just any type of relationship, really, friendship, yada yada.
Mm-hmm. Well, I respect, definitely, like being respectful towards each other, like having, I guess also, respect. That's the big one.
Right.
I'm trying to think. God, I'm kind of the kind of person that doesn't really think when I'm having friends and stuff. I don't really. So this is kind of hard for me.
Really, you just.
I kind of just let people in, and then if they suck, it just happens.
Yeah, well.
All right, then let's ask the reverse question. What don't you like in that? What's something you don't like in friendships, especially with guys and stuff like that?
With guys, when they're like weirdly like sexual with everything. You know, like they'll just be like, oh, just like weird about every little thing. And they'll just be like, it's like anything female related, they'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? I can't really explain it.
So advanced horny.
Right.
Sure, yes.
I can't. I don't know the medical term for that. I know what you're
Medical
talking
term.
about. I can't look up
Hypersexual.
advanced horny and like get up what you said. So I can't.
Sure, you know what? Advanced horny. There you go. Hmm.
Hypersexual.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word. That's the word. Pills for.
You didn't even spell it right. Oh.
It's just I'm not. I type like this on a daily. An obsession with sexual thought. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're still 16 and 17. A lot of guys, that them hormones is beating their ass. So it's like, and you say something about a girl, they're just gonna be like horny. I was kind of guilty of this. I hate to admit it, but it's just I don't know. Maybe not to the extent where if you mentioned a girl, I would have been like, nah, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. But I was like, from a 10 to a 1, I was like at a cool 7. So I understand, kind of. It's not a good thing, though. It's just, horniness is terrible. It's terrible, man.
I think the best thing for men is to control the urges. I think the best thing is to keep it in your pants, and it really contributes a lot because you can achieve a lot if if you get control of your horniness. Men and women, you can achieve so much because I feel like
just what we need to do as a society is let go of this porn.
Yeah, I mean, also, Toniann, I just want to ask you, is it important, do you feel, for a guy to be themselves when approaching a woman, or just, I don't know, in general towards women, like being themselves?
Yeah, because I feel like when they're not, because then it'll eventually come out. If they're not themselves, it'll eventually come out, and then I feel like the woman, or like me, the woman, I am a woman, duh. I would be mad if like someone was pretending to be someone that they weren't. I always try and be myself, so I feel like it's only fair if the other person is the same way. Just like in general, I feel like not being yourself is kind of dumb. Like it doesn't, it's not going to help anything because then eventually you're just going to keep having to hide yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that, but also to rebuttal, I feel like a lot of guys are not confident in their personality, but to also to counter that point, I feel as though at least be authentic, and eventually you'll find somebody you like. I mean, I don't think I think everybody is a puzzle piece, and eventually you're going to find a puzzle piece that fits you. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to fit forever, right? There's divorces and all that, but eventually I feel like you're going to find you're one, and then you're going to find two. So
yeah,
to make 3. That analogy made no sense, but hey, I'm sticking with it.
Now 1 + 1 does equal 3, and you finish see. Okay, I hope someone got that lyric, but just overall, like I was about to go on a rant. Wait, why did it go to this? No, I wanted the picture. I'm losing it right now, fellas. And fellow. Wait, let me get it open, and then I'll start ranting on what I was gonna say. Yeah. So just overall, I know too many guys out here, and I'm talking to the viewers specifically, because I know you do it, bro. I know you do it. You like a lot of guys just like to fake just their personality. They get one Gucci belt and then they wear it 7 days a week and it's not washed, so it's like it stinks type thing. Just it's ridiculous. It's like you're putting up an image, and then like, what if you get caught lacking one day without that Gucci belt? Who are you, man? It's just the fronting. That's why they call it fronting, because what you put front, what are you hiding behind you? It's just I'm kind of talking out my ass, but it's like you get the point. Yeah, it's just it's extremely stupid. It doesn't get the girl. It probably gets like high interest for like 3 seconds. Probably higher than a guy. I mean, that would just be himself. But once she figures you out, then what? You lost. It's just not, and you're just wasting all your time trying to impress others. Like, nah, man, just get yourself a life. not a lifestyle, a life. There it is. That's about to be the title right there. Off the dome.
Right. Yeah, I mean, all good points here. I mean, also to poop on women for a second because
Oh boy.
yeah,
Oh boy.
we just got to do that. It's not too bad. I mean, Toniann, what do you think about these girls who are like 5'2", but who want a guy who's like 6'2", 6'4"?
Just overall, like empower,
Yeah.
like just high standards and stuff like that.
I
Right.
don't know. I feel like save the tall boys for the tall girls. Like, I feel like it's only fair, you know? I feel like tall people, you gotta put two tall people together.
Right.
I mean, I'm not one to speak though. My boyfriend's like 6 foot, but that's okay. It's all right.
Wait, how tall are you? I thought you were.
5'2", 5'3". I'm not.
You're
that tall.
5'2", bro.
Yeah. So you're like talking about me right now.
Right. Damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good job, Matt.
All right. I think that was actually
Okay,
funny.
we're ending this podcast, everybody.
Yeah, we just saw the message. Wait, but yeah, I'm gonna rant on this a little. I just lost my thought laughing. I don't know. I mean, I need to find it. Damn. Wow. Hey Matt, can you say something while I think about it?
Yeah, it's so weird to me because it's like, because I would say I'm on the taller side. I mean, I don't exactly know my height. I think I'm like 6 feet. I think, I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of weird because like even I'm a little insecure about my height. It's like, oh damn, like I hear these girls are like, oh, I want somebody who's 6'4" or 6'2", and I'm like I'm short on my height by like 4 to 2 inches, and it's just like, damn, am I good enough? Like, for me though, it's not a problem anymore. I used to be very insecure about my height, but and now I'm just like, you know what, I am who I am. It's like, who cares? At the end of the day, if a girl cares that much about height, she's probably not the right one for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Look, like my thing is like, I'm never gonna, if my significant other told me, oh, I want to get a nose job, I'm do what makes you happy, but I'm gonna tell them like, oh, I just like you the way you are. I don't think you need to change anything, because at the end of the day, like, there's imperfections on my body. There's a lot of imperfections, but for once, for example, I'll say I look like I have the body shape of a gorilla, like, like I'm like just a very like wide person, it's like I just look like Ben Affleck, or excuse me, not Ben Affleck, like that Kanye thing when he was wearing that Roblox looking thing. I just look at myself in a mirror.
Roblox ID. Oh Jesus! I thought I doxed him. Like what? Okay.
Yeah, that. Like, Imani, can you agree with me? I'm a pretty wide dude.
This is 100% true. This is his shoulders are actually this wide, but
no. I mean, obviously, no. We're exaggerating, obviously.
But but like, you're still a wide person.
Yeah. Ladies. No, I'm joking. But yeah,
can I take
I don't
the mic,
know.
sir? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off there like that, but I finally got my thoughts together.
All right. But just to finish mine, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Crazy world, crazy people. You just got to find the ones that aren't crazy and let the crazies shack up with each other. So yeah.
That's not a good thing. I don't want crazy people to reproduce and then bring
no,
crazy babies.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
And then our children got to deal with it. And then what if my child goes to jail from it because he has to punch somebody stupid? You see, like,
Wow, you're thinking ahead, Imani. You're thinking ahead.
Yeah, I have to think ahead, man. It's like, because I wanted to punch somebody, but that's besides the point. Wait, I don't know why I said that, because now someone's gonna assume the wrong thing. But leave that in there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, these standards overall, 6 foot, 6 inches.
Oh no!
All these sixes, man. It's just like,
Imani.
I'm a reach a little, but it's like, like all these numbers. I hear a lot of sixes, man. It's like, I don't know, man. You know what 666 stands for?
Let's shut up. Come on now. You know how I feel about this satanic shit. I don't like it, Imani. All right, leave it. X that tab out. I don't trust
Hold on.
you.
Wait, let me move it.
Oh, all
Nah,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
but,
there you
like
go.
for those that got that joke, but besides, just overall, these high standards, and I know a lot of guys that are just like insecure as hell because they don't meet these like height standards, physical standards. They're not huge gorillas and stuff like that. They don't have a beard. All these stupid things, and like besides people taking those insecurities out on me because I'm like 5'11", 6 foot. I don't know because these doctors don't know how to like scale me, but like okay, yeah, it's just I
Sorry.
like the people that don't hit these standards are so depressed, and then the dudes that do hit it, they're like, it's like they're crowning this achievement, like they just won a boxing match, they got like the 3 world titles. It's like
Yeah.
once you feel that validation, it's like it's over a stupid 6 foot standard that really only stems from Twitter. I hate this app, but
Twitter.
it's really just coming from that. A lot of people in real life don't really care about height that much. I mean, of course, like people want their men to be, I mean, women want their men to be taller than them. I can understand, sense of security, yada yada yada.
It's by nature too. You want to mate with the best.
Mm-hmm.
best
Yeah,
of- I
biology and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's like the effect it has on guys is like
Yeah.
you need to be this or you're bad, and then the effects it has on girls. If your man is not 6 foot, he's not good enough. Why are you dating him? Yada yada. So it's just like a perpetuating cycle.
And I even see this too, where it's like Imani, I already told you the story, but I was like leaning up against this wall, and this other guy was looking at me, and he saw that I was taller than him, and he's
God.
like tippy toeing. I'm noticing it from the side of my eye, and he's like tippy toeing to just I don't know. I
To
guess
match up to your height.
yeah, and it's just like, what are you doing, dude?
What?
You're already 6 feet. Why are you going crazy about it? Like, so I'm a little taller than you. Calm down. It's not even that much. Maybe like an inch. Like, it's probably 6 foot, and I'm 6'1" or something. I don't
He
know.
needs to be the alpha. He needs
Yeah,
to be the alpha.
Exactly.
now.
That's literally why. Yeah.
Like, dude, do you see my body? I look like a hairy gorilla. Like, like sometimes I do go, sometimes, to hype myself up, but yeah, I don't know. I'm crazy. I'm caveman. There you go.
I feel like that there's like, how for girls they're like, oh, I want my guy to be taller. I feel like on the guy side too that there are like stereotypes that they want the girls to meet, like a certain body type. Like I could talk about this all day, where it's like some guys will be like, oh, if my girl isn't like, it doesn't have certain assets, I'm not going to go into detail, but certain assets, I don't want her, stuff like that. I feel like that's also a thing. So it's not only on the female side, it's on both sides, I feel like. Because maybe not height necessarily, because I don't know, guys like short girls, but like if she doesn't look a certain way, I don't want her. I feel like stuff like that happens a lot too on the other side. Because I know you were saying how like, on the girl side they only want like tall guys, but I also feel like guys also have their own kind of things that they want girls to be.
Yeah, and impossible standards. I'm not gonna lie, I had that too. I keep referring back to porn, but that was really the reason I had those standards. I was expecting 16-year-old. Whoa, porn, movies, TV shows, all these 25-year-old actresses looking hot as hell, acting as
It's also
16-year-olds.
plastic surgery as well. Like
That too.
it's not all real.
Yeah, so I'm over here expecting like from 12 to 14, I'm gonna be seeing supermodels. I'm disappointed, but I also had this like theory, and Matt, you could attest to it. It's like once you do hit that 6 foot, and then you look at everyone else, it's like, damn, y'all look like middle schoolers. Like
if I may interject with my own story, you already know this, but like I wanted to ask out this girl this one time, and I was walking behind her in what's called gym, just because we have to get out in a line, and I'm like looking at her, I'm like, bro, I felt like a pedo because it was so short. I was like, I wanted to like, oh my god, why no, and I just lost my attraction, and I don't care about height really. I don't give a hell if she's taller than me or shorter or whatever the hell it is, but I will agree. I think males do have they want the cartoon body, you know, and
Mhm.
you know,
Like,
it's a problem because you're just like, oh no, this person's not good enough for me. It's like you're not going to get a girlfriend because you have these standards, you know. And
mhm.
yeah, but again, to you as you go ahead. Yeah.
Well, no, I was also gonna say, like some people they want like a curvy girl, but then they won't take it if like they're slightly like if their stomach if they don't have a flat stomach. Oh, I could go on about this forever, but like if like oh, I don't want a girl that's over a certain amount of weight. Like those kind of people bother me a lot. Like
Yeah.
on both sides, people can suck. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's levels to that though, because it's like
Mhm.
if you're married as a dude and like you've been with this girl and she's trying to, you know, she's put on weight, right? I feel like if you lost all your love towards that person, that's a little messed up. But
Mhm.
I feel like you know, if what do you call it? I don't think it's necessarily bad to maybe say after a little bit like, oh, you know, if you want to go to the gym with me, you know, because you kind of, you know, went down in this section, I still love you, but you know, I'm a man and I want this and that. You know, I personally feel like that's okay, and it's
There's
kind
a
of like,
nicer way to say it though.
yeah,
Like
oh, for sure, yeah,
I'm worried about your health. You could
right,
say that. Like
yeah, and you know, there's also, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like if a girl shaves their legs, I think that's okay to say. Don't force them like, oh, you have to. Just say
mhm.
it in a way where it's like, oh, I would, you know, I kind of like the shaved legs. Can you do it? Or and if not, hey, that's totally fine. That it's their body at the end of the day. They can do
Yeah.
whatever they want. You know, it's like
Yeah.
oh yeah, go ahead, Amon.
Yeah, I could definitely agree, but like overall, there has to be a balance. You can't say, you know what, if she's not a 10, I won't even look in her direction. It's like, okay, yo, you're crazy. But if it's like, you have to have a mixture of like personality and looks, because like, you can't. I mean, you can, but most guys and girls don't want somebody that's super overweight, unhealthy as hell, has a cane,
Right.
can't move their legs, but they have the best personality in the world. It's like it's very hard for them to get a
Yeah.
a good person. The opposite too, a 10 with like that is like as smart as a paper. They can't keep anybody. So you have to have a balance. It's just now that we're young, so we have like stupid ass standards, but it's like you got to learn. Some people think they're too good, and a lot, and just things like that.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. By the way, guys, I think we might have to start like recording again because it's saying remaining meeting time. Uh,
Um,
yeah, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So,
I think you can extend it because it said that before.
oh yeah, all right.
So
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but
if it cancels it, then we'll just combine the footage. That's it.
yeah. Um.
Ugh.
Uh. Do you Tony? And I wanted to ask you this. Do you feel like sometimes when guys get rejected, they hate the girl afterwards?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
I actually have a personal experience with this where
Okay.
I reject.
Mention names though.
Yeah, no names.
Okay.
Okay, there's a person who had classes with, or had classes with freshman year, and they really liked me, like a lot. But I just, I didn't like them like that. And I remember right after, I did nothing against this person. This person is my
Right.
good friend, but obviously we were like 14 at the time, so like
Mhm.
obviously things are different. But this person, I rejected them. They
Mm.
hated me, were
Right.
so mean to me. Like as soon as I rejected them, it was like a switch turned on, and they were someone completely different
Right.
and was like really mad at me, and they hated me. And I was like, oh, I felt bad. I was like, oh, but obviously you can't really lie to someone and be like, yeah, I like you when you don't. But like some people do tend to like as soon as they get rejected somewhat, oh, I hate you now. Like I don't think that's right. But like I don't know, it's part of growing up, I guess. I guess some people can be like that, but I think yeah, I don't like that. That bothers me, but it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people tend to. I don't know. They think of those high school movies and be like, "Oh yeah, if I be nice and all that, that's how it works." No, I think women, for me, I found that they like ambition,
Mhm.
Yeah, at least from what I've seen. And they like a dude who's doing stuff, and like that kind of approach. I don't think works necessarily. I think it's more, like.
Just being an overall, like the only thing you
Yeah.
have is being nice. That's it. That's
Yeah,
like just
that
overall.
doesn't work necessarily. Like you need some bits and pieces, like some sort of, I don't know, maybe. I'm not trying to reveal my methods here because that would just be cringe.
Your methods.
I know, for me, I like to put a little inspirational quote in there. When people are feeling down, I like to hit it with the classic. Oh, you cannot. You. I don't know. This is just fucking getting. Oh, there you go, cursing. That's low. This video is not getting any money. Not that it was from the beginning.
Bleep it.
Yeah, I'm too lazy for that. This is raw, no rubber, baby. That's the Raw Goats podcast.
Yes, sir.
That's our motto.
Like copyright that fast.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I just say be yourself and don't be an ass. Basically, I don't know. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And like to go deeper in the topic, because I don't know, I scroll on all types of internet places. It's like it's like weird, especially at a young age. Like once you get rejected, like you go down a spiral of just like, oh, why didn't she like me? And then you think of you do a generalization. Oh, all women don't like me, and then you become this guy right here. Yeah, and it's like. I notice it kind of, and I try to like make sure my homies don't fall down that trap. Like either they, like a girl that doesn't like them back, they get played, yada yada, and stuff like that. It's way more complicated than I said it, and it's just, they end up going in a spiral where they don't
all
understand.
Women are the same.
All women are the same, yada yada. The Juice WRLD lyrics. Hold on.
Not the Juice WRLD lyrics. No.
Why does he keep saying Roblox ID? What the hell, man?
There's a lot of Roblox IDs. Clearly.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah,
hope one of those aren't yours, Imani. You just got doxxed.
No, that like the IDs. You see, I'm about to sound like a nerd, but it's like the Roblox IDs are like for the music. Like there's like if you could play music inside a game or something like that. So they have like IDs for each song. That's besides the point. But yeah, it's just it's just a lot. Just like a culture. I hate to use that word, but a lot of dudes just end up thinking, you know what? I can't get girls, and they sit in their basement beating off the porn. I keep referencing it, but it's such a problem in what we're talking about a little. But it's just they don't. You got to improve in your life, man. You can't just be nice and expect girls to like you back. No, bro. You gotta have a life. You got to be doing things. Maybe get on a sports team. If not, do some chess. Maybe you'll get a girl that also likes chess. So y'all can battle each other in the room or something. I didn't mean it like that, but still, you get my point. It's just a lot of guys they just go through one bad experience and just hate women. Just end up like. Oh
God.
End up like this man. But yeah, so just be careful. On both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like all the men who get rejected. Look. It happens to 6'3" jack dudes. It's going to happen to you, and look, it's okay. Rejection is a part of dating, and you need to, I don't know, improve yourself, and I don't know, just don't get caught up in it. It's just it happened. So what? Just move on.
I always try and think of it like people can't really control their feelings, because I know there have been times where I liked someone and I'd be like, oh God, I don't want to like them. So I know that people can't control it. So of course I've gotten rejected. Everyone has. But when I do get rejected, I'm like, oh, I just got to remember that, like, people can't really control how they feel towards someone. It's just kind of a thing that happens,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I forgot to mention, it's like, I don't know, like once you start liking somebody, you have all these fantasies in your head, dreams and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. Yeah, so it's just like once that fantasy doesn't become a reality, it's like, oh, wow. And then you just start getting mad as hell because all those dreams you just had like was like false. I don't know. The brain is weird. I've had that happen to me, but I didn't act upon it. But it was really hard to not act upon it. It was weird, man.
Yeah, they're always like vivid. I know exactly what you're talking about. They're always like
Yeah,
weird and vivid. Ugh.
yeah, like I don't know if I should go. I can't go into
Yeah,
detail
Imani,
about
I
that
don't think you
dream.
should.
No, it's not bad, but it's still like okay. I'm gonna censor what I'm saying. All right, I was trying to get over this girl, and I
Okay.
did. Everything was cool, and then I had a dream where I got some very, very
Ooh,
4K digital HD pictures,
right.
and I had such an urge to text her back just for that, and I didn't. But it was such an urge. It just like I don't know why, but before that dream, I was chilling. I didn't care. It was kind of a messy situation, but it was just lack of communication at the end of the day. And then my brain says, you know what? Let's think about her sending. As I was saying before, Zoom said, you know what? Give us your money.
Yeah.
Those 4K digital HD pictures, it like in my own brain, and it's so weird how it just made me think so different about her. Like now all of a sudden it's like I just wanted her back just for that one thing, which of course that's horrible. So I didn't act upon it, but the urge was like super strong and I hated it, but it's I had to control to not do it, and of course I got over it. But I could understand how some guys will just out of nowhere, I guess they had a dream and then you'll get like a text 3 months after saying, hey, what's up? Like, I understand now.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any fantasies. I don't think I have. I think one time, I don't remember who it was, but somebody from school was in one of my dreams and they punched him in the face. So I think, I don't know who it was actually. I don't remember, but somebody I remember punched me in the face in one of my dreams.
How you get punched in your own dreams?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
I die in my own dreams, so, it's like
Oh well, that's
it
a
all can
lovely
happen.
transition.
yeah,
That's, but, hey.
I don't know. The most death I've touched is like I get shot at and I notice, wait, that bullet went through me. Why am I still moving? And then I ignore it because my brain, I don't know.
What? I just wake up when that happens. Like if something bad happens to me in a dream, like
Yeah, but like my
you
brain
just
doesn't
wake up.
comprehend I got shot, so I'm like moving like I didn't get shot. I'm not bleeding. It's
What?
so weird. I don't know.
That's so weird.
I don't know. Like nowadays, my dreams are just like realistic. Like I'm in school, which is dumb. And
I have dreams I'm at work. Like I like literally dream that I'm working. Like I don't do that already. It's the worst thing ever.
yeah,
It feels real and it feels like I'm doing it. So it just feels like I'm always at work.
I have dream like when I was a child. I used to have like the scariest dreams. Like Satan and his wife was taking over the world, and like I could see them, and it was like in 3D animation and shit, and
Oh my god.
like just the weirdest things ever. Like I'd get stabbed by lights. No. So what happened? I was getting. This was when I first got into Star Wars. I was getting chased down by Darth Maul, and I got pretended to get stabbed by his lightsaber, and I was literally just laying down next to this giant dying dude, and then I just got up and ran. Like the setting was like half my house, and then the other half was just this, like, I don't know, a mud car arena or whatever. I don't even know, some Star Wars setting, but like this dude was literally out to like murder me. So I don't. Hey, this is no wonder why I'm so dark in school.
yeah. The brain is weird.
I'm messed up. Anyway, sorry, that just strayed off into Matthew's therapy.
Yeah. Well, you know what else we're fueled by? Women. So let's get back to talking about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm fueled by our own ambitions. Women just
What an
come
excellent
second.
transition. What an excellent transition.
Yes, of course.
That part's definitely getting cut out where I go on a rant, but yeah.
Backstory.
Backstory on the side character Matthew. Yeah, but also Toniann, what do you feel about like those guys who use insults as flirtation? I feel like it's the weirdest thing ever to me. I don't know.
It depends, 'cause sometimes it's funny.
Right.
Like, and I could take like someone being funny as like flirting, but sometimes when it's just mean, like they'll be like, "Oh, you're so ugly." Like, yeah, that's gonna make me love you. Keep calling me ugly. Like, I don't know. I've had that happen to me before. That's another one. I hate that. But sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's like, I think you hate me. Like,
Right.
if you're gonna be mean to me, I think you hate me. It just depends on how you go at it, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what a funny insult would be though, because I don't know.
Like, what if a girl constantly wears leggings and you point out, I know why you're wearing those?
It's not really an insult. That's
Mhm.
more of a sexual harassment.
Oh yeah, that's true. I never said that, by the way. I never have. I just want to point that out. All right. I wanted to say that once as a joke, but I didn't go that
Oh
far.
God.
I knew.
I used to wear leggings every single day to school. Every single day. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't even one pair.
No.
I had 8 million. I had so many pairs
Well,
of
because
black leggings.
they're comfortable, right?
Yeah, they're very comfortable.
That's all that matters. It's just
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying. I'm not like not just towards you, just in general. Just
I understand. I know.
But like, don't you feel cold when you wear leggings? Because I've worn like spandex type stuff, but
I don't know.
it felt cold. So doesn't it feel cold?
I don't know, honestly. Not for me, but for some people, I can understand why though, but not for me. It's because I'm used to wearing them. They're kind of just like that thing you can wear in the summer or in the winter for me.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. Because there's not much to wear to school in the summer, obviously. Like when it's hot in school and you have to wear things, like I just wear leggings because I'm not gonna wear jeans. I hate jeans. Jeans are so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's just easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
There are men leggings? What?
No,
wait, let me look that up. Hold on.
There are
What?
male leggings? Like that's
Oh
a
yeah,
thing?
those Nike ones that
Oh
people
my
wear
God.
under their-
Wait,
No. No.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's something you wear. Like that's like
Nike clothes. Oh boy.
what is this called? It's like literally underclothes, like for us, because you can
Under
see how this
Armour?
dude. Not Under Armour. It's like
It's a brand.
under leggings or something like that.
I want the
Okay.
Obama one. I want the Obama.
These is God, I can see a lot of prints. I'm backing
See?
out.
They got a Nick Cage one. Sign me up for that.
Oh. Oh yeah, you see, it's just leggings just show off a lot of proportions we don't want to see right now.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Back to the compliments / insults. It's just I don't know. A lot of people do that for some reason. I don't know. Me and my conglomerates. That's a good word, actually. It's an actual word. Shout out Jay-Z. That shall stay anonymous. They I forgot what I was gonna say because I made that joke. Yeah, they say it's mostly like jealousy, just overall, just a backhanded compliment is like, hey, you look so good, and those like the tone of the voice, yada yada, and stuff like that. It's mostly just jealousy or hate, some form of hate that's just disguised as like it's an insult, but if you like slap him in the face, you're the one that get in trouble. Like, bro, but he said like it doesn't matter, and stuff like that. So it's just. I don't know. The best way is just to ignore it or just take the compliment and say, yes, I do have a big nose, so I can breathe. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh, that's one that I experienced all the time. Oof.
But you don't have a big nose.
That's
Well,
what I was
no,
gonna
everyone
say.
would say that to me, and I just honestly, I laugh now. Now it's funny to me. I used to get so insulted and so upset when people make those kind of comments. Now I'm just like, whatever,
They're just mad you can breathe.
Yeah,
How many
I
people
breathe
got
better than
asthma?
all of
Like,
you.
exactly.
You know what I used to say when I was younger? Oh, I'm gonna get plastic surgery. But now I'm kind of just like, I really don't care anymore.
That's good.
Yeah, I've like grown as a person, like I guess I could say recently to kind of like not care as much, because it's so much easier to like, oh, these
Exactly.
people are so rude and like it's always gonna happen,
Yeah.
So it's easier to just not care. Like it's so much easier.
From what I've been told, it's good that you learned that young because a lot of people tell me that me learning that young too is like good. So I'm just relaying that information to you.
Yeah, 'cause you don't want to be an insecure like adult in your 40s. Like,
Oh my God.
no, that you don't want to be that person. Like, I can think of people that are like that like adults in my life that I know that are like that, and it's you
It's
don't
like
want to be
you
that
just look
person.
at them and it's like that. It's pathetic.
A little bit.
Yeah, well, it's just like, damn, you're an adult acting like that. It's like, yeah, it's like there's bigger things to worry about, like paying
Yeah.
bills,
Like, yeah,
taxes.
pay your bills. Go pay
Like,
your bills. Go to work. Like, go to your job.
yeah, like
I feel like insulting people based on their looks comes from that person's own insecurity.
Oh, yes.
I know this is such an overused phrase, but it's so true. Or emotional insecurities or something like. It goes back to insulting.
wait. I know. I have a term for this. Projecting.
Yes,
I didn't.
it goes back to guys hating girls for rejecting them. It's like that kind of brought out an insecurity, and instead of just pushing that insecurity to the side and working upon yourself, you project that insecurity, and it's an unhealthy thing because you just end up being stuck in a rut and you don't move. It's like having a Mustang, but it's stuck in the mud. What? Just dig it up and press your foot on the pedal and go on 100 miles per hour or so.
That's true. I've like going back to the height thing. I remember I was playing basketball with somebody. The dude told me, I think he was like 16 and I was 15. I was like, bro, I thought you were younger. And then he got all defensive saying, why? Because I'm short. And he was like probably like 5'7", while I was like 5'9" or something like that. And I told him, no, you have a young looking face. Like you look like, even if you're 16, you still are baby face. So maybe if you got that got rid of that yee ass haircut, got a beard or something like that, you would look older. But that, instead of projecting your height on me, man, it's like,
Ooh.
so
those kind of, oh my God, people who like automatically think you're insulting. Well, I used to be like that, where like someone would say something and I'd be like, oh, you're saying I have this, but like that's not at all what they're saying. Obviously they're very insecure.
yeah.
I just think it's kind of funny because I can relate to that. That's how I was.
Yeah, I mean, I'll use myself as an example. When people used to make fun of me, it's just I wasn't mad necessarily because it was attacking my physique. It was more or less I was more mad at I guess the fact that wow, somebody's going to take the time out of their day to just shit on me real quick, and when I'm having a good time. But that's also a problem too, and it's something that I've corrected, thankfully, because that kind of holds you back because you're just in that spiral of anger all day, and you don't necessarily use that to your benefit, and then that could be a big problem. For me, anger is one of the things that motivates me. But before, I was just like a fire that was just going crazy everywhere. But now it's more like concentrated, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, God, I had a point, but I lost it. I lost the point. I pulled an Imani. I lost the point.
Search for it within your mind.
Yeah, I'll just start talking while you find it.
God.
Just overall, it just like sums up like, and I lost it too. Let's go. I forgot what the point was. All right, I'm gonna say what my man said. My coworker said.
I remember my point.
All right, we both found it.
Matthew, you were talking about how like people were like making like rude to you, and I was just gonna say, it's easier to just like if you don't like someone, just ignore them. Like that is like I wouldn't if someone doesn't like me and they ignore me, that's fine, whatever. Just I feel like that's easier than just kind of like being rude. Like it takes so much more effort to be nasty to someone than it does to just ignore them. Ignoring someone, you're just not even speaking to them. I don't understand that. Like if you don't like me, don't talk to me. That's
exactly.
it.
And
it's not that hard. I think it's easier actually. I don't know. People tend to just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be nasty. That's the solution."
And I've had people come up to me in the locker room just say the most random stuff. I'm like out of just nowhere. I'm like, "Wait, whoa, take 10 steps back. Wait, what? What is?" I don't understand it. I've told Imani this story. I'm not gonna name names once again, But it's like,
I think I can have an idea of who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
yeah, but let's not bring it out on the podcast.
I will not.
And it's just like, wait, what? I'm just here having a good time, just being not depressed for once, I mean, like I'm just walking around school with my head down all day, and it's just like I'm just happy for once, and then dude just walks up to me and is like, and it's just like, whoa, what? Obviously I didn't get, I was annoyed. I was like, man, really? But, I was just like, hey, you know what? I mean, you're already failing right now because you're doing that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I that last part, I'm not trying to say with an ego. I'm just trying to say, like, look, if you're trying to catch the same fish all the time, you're never going to catch other fish, and it's just, if a fisherman always tries to get salmon, then they're not going to get as much fish as the dude who's fishing all the fish, and I don't know if that was a good analogy or not, but yeah.
Well, I think it is. That makes sense. I get it.
Yeah, but the overall message in this point is like, I'm gonna use a guy as an example just because you're tall, a cool 6 foot, you work out, yada yada. So and you get girls, all that stuff, and people are just like, they know that, especially with a girl too. Like, let's say you're hot as a girl, you can't punch another girl for being hot. You can't punch another dude for being them, because they're getting girls and stuff like that. So what a lot of people do, especially if they're jealous and stuff like that, they just emotionally attack you because they're like, you know what, I can't punch this dude because I don't want to go to jail or get rocked. I'm just gonna mess with his head. So like, the better looking you are, yada yada, the more girls you get, the more hatred you're gonna get from people. Like, they're just gonna be coming up and trying to mess with your mind because they're just projecting their insecurities on you, and they're like, you're the reason they're insecure. So it's just like it's an outright attack. But overall, sooner or later, like how we just talked about now, you'll realize it's a compliment because you're taking the time out of your day to hate on me when I'm just being myself. I'm the nicest dude in the room, best looking. Okay, that's kind of egotistical, like, get the most girls. But
hey, Imani, empower yourself. Come on.
Well,
now.
yeah, but I'm generalizing.
You've been spit at for too long, but talk yourself
I haven't.
up.
I have, yeah.
Come
Best
on,
looking
talk
in
yourself up.
some rooms, So like, it just overall, people will just hate on you for, because a lot of people, they can't even get out of bed in the morning, and you're over here getting 16 girls texting your phone. You're tall. You've dunked on LeBron or something. Like, so you're just like, you're cool. Like, and a lot of people, instead of trying to, actually be friends with you because you're a good person, they will hate on you because you're a good person. It's so stupid, but at least they're realizing it young because damn, like I've known people that like they hit 30 years old and just now realize this. So
I have a very we weren't talking about this anymore, but projecting insecurities. I think, Monty, you might know who I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm not going to say names, but I feel like you're going to know who I'm talking about. This person, I had a very complicated friendship with them. It's a dude. I had a very complicated friendship with them for years, and they always would, project all of their insecurities on me all the time. They were so nasty. They'd treat me like garbage. They'd be like, oh, you're this, you're that, I can't even say the word, but, just like all these things. And then when I finally decided, hey, I have enough of this, they were like, oh, I never liked you anyway. Like, I don't, who I'm talking about, Imani.
But like the way you put it was just funny.
That's such an Uno reverse card there.
This person was obsessed with me though. Like, this person, wanted everything to do with me at all times. But as soon as I decided, oh hey, this person's not that great, they switch completely. All of a sudden, I think, Imani, I think you can have an idea of who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I think we know.
Yeah. And Toniann, if I had to give advice to you, and this is Imani will agree on this, like, for me, the only friend that I truly consider like a friend is Imani, he's probably the one in the future when, hopefully when, stuff gets good for me, I hope. Yes. Well,
when it does.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to empower myself too. This isn't talking shit. It will, okay? Because
Yes,
I
as
work
you
hard.
should.
I work hard, all right? Matthew works hard. There's not a day, an hour that goes by where Matthew isn't working hard, all right? But and again, I say that with no ego. I'm trying to lift my confidence here. All right. For too many years, Matthew has been spit at as well. Now he's
Mhm.
doing the spitting, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah. What was I even talking about? Sorry.
Yeah, like now you want to take control of your life. Wait, no, wait. Oh yeah, you were saying like how I'm like one of the only good people you met in your life.
I
Yeah.
only have one person right now in my life too, honestly. Literally my boyfriend. That is the only person that I could truly say that I truly trust. Like, cause you know,
Mm,
everyone. Oof. I think we all know all these things that have happened to me. You know.
Yeah.
right. And I think honestly, there's a reason why a lot of successful people say this is for me, the amount of fingers I have on one hand is the amount of contacts I'm going to have on my phone. And you know, I agree with that statement so much because I don't trust anybody 100%, and that's what's kept me safe.
Oh
You know,
God.
the one
See,
time I let that guard down was the
damn
time.
well.
What
I'm
was
guessing.
Yeah, it was the time I, got bit by the snake. And, I put that conscience aside and I was like, nah, it'll be all right, whatever. And I ended up being a completely different person than who I really was. I
Mhm.
was pretending to be somebody that I wasn't, which is something you just stated you shouldn't do. And that went against my morals so much, but I was like, oh, well, this, that. I kept making excuses in my head. But at the end of the day, lesson learned. And, once again, to all our viewers, just be careful who you trust, man. Be careful who you trust because, people who say I'm your best friend will be the person who's, telling everything to everybody. So just be very, very,
Oh
very,
yes.
Oh
and
my.
I
even,
used to be very guilty of that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why, but I've like wanted it to be to like fit in with people. For some reason I just wanted to be everyone's friend. And I was like, oh, people would tell me things. I'd be like, oh, I'll tell everyone else. And then I'd tell people my business and everyone knew my business. Like, just honestly like talking about things and like, just like drama and all that just like attracts people. And that's how I thought, oh, that's how I'm gonna make friends. I used to be like that. Oof, really bad. I wanted to fit in. Now I don't care, but oof, that was just a thing I used to do. I know a lot of people do that, but like, it's not worth it. Ugh. You don't want everyone to know your business.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And because you go insane when you start doing it, like I was like, oh my God, I'm not the person I am. And I'm just like, I don't know how to act. I'm just sporadic and crazy. And it's not good for your mental health, man. It's
No.
not, it's just like, I was, I mean, I'm not going to talk about my stuff because Imani has heard this like a million times already. So I'm not going to annoy him with it. But
Hey man, I mean the viewers haven't, so.
that'll be a different day where I talk about my mental health struggle. But,
Hmm.
um, you know, just even the person you trust the most, don't trust them 100% either. Always have that room for doubt. Like
Okay.
as much as I care about Imani, he's my best friend. My trust rate on him is like a good 96%. There's always that room for doubt, and I hope he gives
Hmm.
me the same courtesy. And I'm saying courtesy because why am I saying courtesy? Because it's a smart thing to do because you don't know what happens in the future, and you should always be prepared. Like Monty's my closest friend, yeah, but you know what? I need to be prepared in case he screws me over. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm prepared in
Hmm.
case he does, and he is as well to me. Right, Monty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's I still trust him, Monty. I frankly I trust him more than anybody in my life right now. But again, not 100%, just because I'm still careful.
Yeah.
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 That's not a
And
thing I've ever done. For some reason, I put 100% faith into people, and obviously that's always disappointed, always. And that's a thing I still need to work on. But oh my god, I always put my faith in people. Like I don't know why, but it's just the kind of person I've always been, where I kind of just do things without thinking. Like, oh, I can fully trust this person, but then you get disappointed. I would keep that in mind. Like, definitely, I have to see that, like, oh, trusting someone not 100% might be like the best way to go. I've never really done that before. That seems like something that I should probably try doing.
Yeah, you should. Well, I mean, I also want to ask you another question.
Wait, I had something to say on
Okay.
all that. Wait, I'm st- I did,
Go ahead.
but yeah, I don't know how to approach it. Wait, give me a number, 1 or 2.
2.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go this way. All right, so, all right, we all read the Great Gatsby, right?
Yes, we did.
In the beginning of the book, the narrator Nick said that he's always been the guy that would just sit and be silent, and people would come up to him. I 100% relate to that. Like, like anytime I end up on the basketball court, I'm always the quietest guy, but I end up having the most attention to myself because, like, I understand, like, even back, like, in the beginning of high school, I was very confident, loud, but I said stupid things, so it brought like a lot of attention on me, and most of it wasn't good. You know, some people were playing me for a sucker and shit like that, but I wasn't smart, like, socially wise to understand, like, these aren't like the people I need to be around with. And I also say a lot, like a lot of the things that happened to me, like, mentally wise, like a lot of mental breakdowns I had, like all of them, I think, were caused by other people. And the biggest one I had this year, well, last year, is like that it kind of changed my whole focus because I'm like, yo, I can't keep calling everybody my friend at this point. You know, I have to have certain boundaries because if this dude, you know, if Matt is putting 96% in me and these other people are putting 36, I can't both call them my friends. I just can't do that.
Yeah.
So once I realized that, not only did I propel my happiness, yada yada, my work ethic, because the team that I have around me, like, a lot of other people put 90, 86 in me, and I put the same amount in them they put in me. You know, it works because we all uplift each other. But all before 2020, I didn't realize this. In almost every friend group I was in, I was the butt of the joke, but I would have the most attention to myself and yada yada. I was so used to it, so I was like, you know what, this is just how it's going to be. If I interact with people, this is how it's going to be. But no, it's not like that. It's just 90% of people are just, and excuse my language, aren't shit. It's just like that. So, you know, once I realized that, I've just cut myself off from a lot of people, stay inside a lot, you know, because anyway, we talk over the internet, and if somebody needs something from me, they call me, and I give the same love and attention back, you know. So that's what I do. So I probably have, like, besides 2 adults that I'm cool with, I probably have like 4 friends. That's it. So, you know, it's just, you know, having boundaries is like, also, you know, if someone keeps disrespecting you, you can't call them your friend, even if it's, you know, backhanded compliments, yada yada. So, you know, if somebody, you know, puts their trust into you, you got to, you know, notice that and appreciate it, because a lot of people won't do that or even show you love or uplift you, because, to be honest, this year is going to be me, Matt, everybody else that is surrounded by me's year, because I found a lot of people, and if I'm not a millionaire by the end of my life, man, I sold myself short. I don't care because this team is crazy, but like the all-star team. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on that.
All right. I mean, I guess we'll get to our last topic. I mean, so, Toniann, what do you think women can do to be good girlfriends, and what do you think men can do to be good boyfriends?
Okay, so this is one that I can vouch for. I've learned this as well, because you know how guys are kind of like, this is an all guy thing. I can say that this is an all guy thing. Most guys are not good at, like, projecting their emotions. Like,
So
Yeah.
they 100% like do not know how to
communicating
communicating, all of that. Like, and then all this, like, if, like, let's say I'm upset, I can use my relationship as an example. When I'm upset, my boyfriend will come forward, like, what's wrong, and then he'll help me, and I have to, like, and sometimes when I try and help him, he's a little bit more closed off, but, like, I don't know, I just feel like you have to very much communicate, and, like, oh God, I don't know how to describe this. Just, like, I don't know, guys tend to just, like, are not good with that. Or, like, at least from my personal experience, guys are not good with that, and they'll just be like, oh, they're not good with expressing how they feel. And I just think that it should be very much both ways. Of the girl should give the guy the same attention he gives her when the girl's upset, and like if the guy's upset, she should, be as good to him as he is to her. God, that was confusing, but yeah, that's what I think.
To offer an explanation to that, I feel like a lot of guys aren't that emotional because men. I feel like we're raised to be very
Yeah.
unemotional. Like I could tell you my own experience. I was raised to be very unemotional. Just get the task at hand done, and that's it. And I think that's why I've had a lot of problems with depression because I just kept everything inside. And anger kept building up, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's as simple as that. But I'll turn it to Imani.
Well, yeah, and also, I don't know. I do a lot of research on this topic because of YouTube recommendations. Like a lot of guys, when they are in a relationship, Toniann, I don't think you'll do it, and I hope you keep that quality. Usually when guys open up, they open up, they get like a mad reaction, like it's like, oh, he opened up, like they don't really receive the help, even if the girl was like asking, yo, you need to be more communicative or your emotions. And then when an argument happens, like let's say I told my girl that my dad died, which he didn't, but like it's just I say that and then I communicate that, so if I'm feeling down at the moment, it's because of that. And then when we get into an argument, she throws that at me, which a lot of guys, from what I heard, end up hearing that. It's like,
oh my goodness,
it's like, yo, you told me to do it, and then you're using it against me, so it like closes you off even more. And then when you finally have a girlfriend that won't do that, you won't do it because past relationships that's been thrown at you. Even not even just relationships, a lot of friendships I've been through, they've done that. It's like it's very easy to close off because again, 90% of people aren't good people. So once you put that trust into that 90%, you'll be like, nah, I can't do this. And once you reach that 10%, you still won't do it because of the 90% that killed that thing inside you.
That's actually a good point. And I don't know, people with like relationships tend to think that, oh, it's always good all the time. Like I used to be like that, but like, oof, I can say that I have been through hell with like my boyfriend, but like, you get through it and then it's better. But I don't know, people just tend to like have unrealistic standards for a lot of things. Like they base everything off the movies and that like, oh, communication is going to be perfect. And it isn't always. Like people need to like, just experience it for themselves to really see that, oh, that's not how it really is. And like I had to learn the hard way, and we all have to.
Yeah, and then once you do go through something like that, like a lot of people break up off of like one
Uh-huh.
argument. It's like that's not how it is. Like
No,
I'm not
that's
saying
not how
it
it
has to
is.
be 24/7 arguments, but when it does happen, you have to learn how to communicate and
Yes.
get through it, and not just break up and like close off and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You have to. Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just agreeing with him. You can go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna end the podcast actually because I thought you guys ended on a good note, and the meeting time is running out as well.
We got 5 minutes for an ending.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. All right.
But the overall gist, I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say, just get a life and not a lifestyle.
Exactly.
I guess that's kind of the gist. Kind of, we touched a lot, on friendships, relationships between guys, women, guys, women, women. So it's just, overall, I don't know, just be careful who you put your trust and love into, because if you don't receive it, I find somebody else. That's horrible advice, actually. Never mind.
Trust is a two-way streak, people.
Yeah, respect is a two-way street. There it is. There it is.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Toniann on the Bog Goats podcast. Let's get some claps in there. Okay. People, what was it again? Sorry.
Stay enlightened. You messed up the slogan.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Anyway, that's a great end. All right. People, be enlightened and stay enlightened. All right. That's it, everybody. Good night.